So I went and watched Barbenheimer this weekend, double feature. I saw Oppenheimer first, followed up by Barbie, and we're gonna talk about it. So with Oppenheimer, I actually got to see it in Dolby, like the Dolby theater. I didn't get to see it in IMAX, unfortunately, but I got to see it in the Dolby theater. It really did surprise me how it was about 3 hours of just dudes sitting around talking about quantum physics in different rooms, and I was somehow like gripped the entire time. Ludwig Göransson does an excellent job with the soundtrack, as he did with Tenet. And speaking of Tenet, this film, clearly there were a lot of actors involved. I was excited, and the cameos were super fun, and seeing everybody there. The thing that I was kind of like about was I thought that Tenet was very like the audio mixing, you could barely hear what the actors were saying sometimes with how loud music was getting. And Tenet felt like the Nolan-ist Nolan film that has ever been Nolan. Like, it felt very narcissistic almost. I don't know. I didn't like Tenet very much. I just felt like Nolan was just like, look at me, I'm really, really good. Let me do all the stuff that I do, and you're gonna enjoy it. Oppenheimer, I'm glad to say, was not like that. It did a really good job also of kind of being very showing Oppenheimer's subjective point of view on things, and yeah, like I just somehow just visually also the movie was great. It kept things like moving at a breakneck pace for a lot of the film, which was good because the movie was 3 hours long, and I was pacing out my beverage so that I didn't have to go during the movie, and Lord knows that line was long going out the movie. The actors also did like a really good job. All the performances were great. Robert Downey Jr. just killed it. So did Cillian Murphy and Matt Damon. Everyone just did their role really, really well. The song "Can You Hear the Music" is on par with me for Cornfield Chase by Hans Zimmer from Interstellar. It is just, it changes tempo 21 times in a minute and 50 seconds, which is like absurd. It is really, really, I don't know a whole lot about music. Just, it was really, really cool. It's very invigorating, and the visuals for what Oppenheimer was seeing and the hallucinations and whatnot and the dreams, it was really cool. And you're kind of given two different stories. One is called Fission, one is called Fusion. One's in color, one's in black and white. And it is very much a story of like less actual astrophysics and quantum mechanics and more politics and intrigue. I didn't expect that coming in the film, but it really helped keep me engaged. Not that I don't like astrophysics. I find that material to be interesting enough as it is. Me as a history nerd, it was cool seeing the different steps the movie took to address certain things. I saw Barbie at nighttime, but that day I was wearing like a pink linen shirt with a white unbuttoned with a white t-shirt and then like black shorts. And for Oppenheimer, I was the only dude wearing pink. There were 100 men in the room. There was only one Ken, that was me. And the ticket guy is like this old geezer. He was just like, "Oh, you sure like pink, huh?" And I was like, "Yep, I do like the color pink." And he was like, "Wow, like there's only like a lot of the girls seem to be wearing it." And I was just like, "You know what, man? You got me. I'm a girl." Anyways, Barbie was surprisingly content-filled. Greta Gerwig, I love her work. I love Little Women. I love Lady Bird. I love both those movies. And coming into this movie, I don't know why I wasn't expecting serious content to come up, but it did. It was cool, and I enjoyed it. It was just very like the movie's very heavy-handed with its messaging, which some people don't like. I see a lot of film bros out there going like, "Yeah, I just wish they did it like subtly and more subtly." And I thought that it was kind of a double-edged sword, to where the heavy-handedness of which they told things kind of fed into the humor, which was great. The movie's very, very funny and comical, and I think that that heavy-handedness, it kind of like not pretending to, it knows what it is, and it doesn't go outside of it being like, this is a movie about a doll. What can we tell what the doll was meant to achieve and what it actually did, and it stayed well within its boundaries. I thought it was good. Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie put on beautiful performances. I loved. There were a lot of surprisingly emotional scenes in the movie. Ryan Gosling stole the show. I love Ryan Gosling very much. I love Nice Guys, La La Land, most of the stuff that he's in, and once again coming in and seeing him kill this Ken roll, just from what you could tell from the press tour, that he was gonna kill it. It was great. Everyone just seemed to be look like they were having fun with it, and that you can tell that in the movie. The set design was really cool. Yeah, so that's about it. Your theory can only take you so far. You are Knuff, and little does Oppenheimer know there's a project going on for the K-bomb called the Venice Beach Project, where we're researching Kennergy to I don't know where I was going with that. I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, that's all I got.